Emma was 30 years old. She worked as an administrative assistant at a small company. She was not rich, but she was responsible. She paid her bills, she helped her family, and she tried to live honestly. But that week, life felt heavy. Her younger sister's wedding dinner was 2 days away. Their mother had one simple request.
Emma, please just find something decent. Nothing expensive. Just look presentable.
I will, Mom. Don't worry.
Emma had checked her bank account that morning. After rent and groceries, very little was left. Still, she went to a large clothing store in the mall. The sign outside said, "Last day sale." She walked in with hope. The store was busy. Music played softly. Shoppers moved between racks holding bags and boxes. Emma started looking. She found a black dress on the first rack. Elegant style. Clean cut. She checked the tag.
Too expensive.
She put it back and moved on. She found another dress. Nice color, good fit. She checked that tag too.
Still too much.
A sales assistant walked over. Her name badge said Lisa. She smiled warmly.
Hi there. Can I help you find something?
I'm just looking. Thank you.
Sure. Just so you know, today is our last sale day. Some pieces have extra reductions at the counter.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Extra reductions. Emma held onto those words like a small rope. Her phone buzzed. It was her friend Sophie.
Emma, are you done yet? We were supposed to meet at 6.
Almost. Give me 15 minutes.
Stop overthinking. Just grab something and go.
I'm trying.
Emma ended the call and kept looking. Then, on a side rack near the back wall, she found it. A dress, the right color, the right length. Simple but elegant. She tried it on. It fit like it was made for her. She came out of the changing room and looked in the long mirror near the wall. She turned once. She nodded slowly. She checked the price tag. It was high, but less than the others.
Still more than I have right now.
She walked back to the rack to hang it up, and that's when she noticed it. Right next to the dress. A simpler top, much cheaper. Its price tag was small and white. Emma looked at both tags. She looked at the rack. She looked around the store. Nobody was watching. Emma's hands moved slowly. She took the cheap tag off the top. She held it near the dress. A voice inside her said, "It's just paper. One small switch. Nobody will see." Another voice said, "This is stealing. It doesn't matter how small it is." The first voice was louder that day. She made the switch. Then she walked straight to the cashier's line, dress folded over her arm, eyes forward, but her hands were trembling. The cashier was a young man named Ryan. He worked fast. He scanned items with a calm, professional face. Emma reached the front.
Hi, do you have a loyalty card with us?
No, I don't.
No problem.
Ryan took the dress and held it near the scanner. The machine beeped. He looked at the screen. He looked again. Ryan's hand stopped. He turned the tag over slowly. He looked at the fabric. He looked at the brand label on the inside collar. His eyes moved back to the tag.
One moment, please.
Emma's heart dropped. Ryan turned and called out across the counter.
Lisa, can you come here for a second?
Emma watched Lisa walk over. Her face was professional, not smiling, not frowning, just focused.
Can you confirm the price on this one?
Lisa took the dress. She checked the tag. She checked the stitching. She checked the section label sewn inside near the collar.
This is from our premium range. This tag here is from the basic section.
So the price is wrong?
Yes.
Ryan looked at Emma. His voice stayed calm and professional.
Ma'am, this tag doesn't match the item. Did you switch it?
Emma opened her mouth. No words came. She had two choices now: lie and make it worse, or tell the truth and face the shame. She thought about lying. She almost did it. But then she looked at Lisa's face. Lisa was not angry. She was just waiting, quietly, patiently, like she already knew the answer.
Yes, I switched it.
Lisa and Ryan exchanged a brief look. Ryan stepped back and pressed a button near the register. Within 30 seconds, the floor manager arrived. His name was Mr. Clark. He was around 45, well-dressed with a calm and serious manner.
What happened?
Price tag was switched. She confirmed it.
Mr. Clark turned to Emma. He did not raise his voice. He did not call security. He just looked at her steadily.
Is that correct? Did you switch the tag?
Yes, sir.
May I ask why?
Emma swallowed. A few people in the line behind her were watching now. She felt their eyes.
I couldn't afford the real price. My sister's wedding is this weekend. I panicked.
Mr. Clark did not soften, but he also did not shout.
You understand this is considered fraud? In some stores, we call security.
Yes, I understand.
Can you pay the correct price?
Emma opened her banking app with shaking hands. She checked her balance. She could pay, but it would leave her almost empty until her next salary.
Yes, I can pay.
Then please do and understand something, Emma.
He leaned slightly forward.
This dress will hang in your wardrobe, but this moment, it will stay in your memory much longer.
Those words hit harder than any punishment. Lisa rescanned the dress with the correct price. Emma paid without another word. Her hands were still shaking. As she took the bag, Lisa spoke quietly, not loud enough for others to hear.
I've seen this happen before, but most people don't admit it.
I almost didn't.
But you did.
Emma nodded and walked toward the exit. The bag felt heavier than it should have. Outside, Sophie was waiting near the entrance.
Finally! What took so? Emma, are you okay? You look pale.
I did something stupid inside.
What do you mean?
I switched a price tag, and I got caught.
Sophie's expression changed completely.
Emma,
I know, I know. I felt so much pressure. And for 1 second, I told myself it didn't matter.
but it does matter.
I know that now.
Sophie didn't lecture her, but she asked one quiet question.
Why didn't you just call me? I would have helped you.
Emma had no answer. She had been too proud to ask for help, so she had chosen dishonesty instead. That evening, Emma sat at the kitchen table at home. The dress hung on the back of the chair. It still looked beautiful. But Emma wasn't looking at the dress. She was thinking. She thought about Mr. Clark's words. This moment will stay in your memory much longer. She picked up her phone and called her mother.
Mom, I need to tell you something.
What is it? Are you okay?
I'm okay, but I made a bad choice today. I tried to cheat at a store. I got caught. I paid the full price in the end.
There was a silence on the line.
Emma, why didn't you just tell me money was tight?
I didn't want to worry you.
Baby, I would rather know the truth than find out you were dishonest.
I know, Mom, I'm sorry.
Just learn from it. That's enough.
The next morning, Emma went back to the store. She asked for Lisa. Lisa came to the front looking slightly surprised.
Can I help you?
I just came to say sorry again, properly this time.
You already apologized.
I wanted to say it when I wasn't panicking.
Okay, I accept it.
Thank you for handling it with respect. You didn't have to.
It's not always about punishment. Sometimes it's about the lesson.
Emma left the store that morning with nothing in her hands. No bag, no dress, no purchase. But she walked out straighter than day the before.
A price tag is a small piece of paper, but honesty is a large part of character. When money is tight, there are honest ways to ask for help. A friend, a family member, a smaller choice. There is always a better path than dishonesty. If this story stayed with you, please like the video and subscribe to Jazzy English Stories, Real Lessons, Simple English, every week.